Evening, high-pressure sales tactics, repeated phone calls to doctors' offices, and even a sales pitch straight out of Hollywood.
They're all allegations in a newly unsealed lawsuit against the maker of the addictive opioid OxyContin.
News Channel 5's Jason Lamb has been following this new information for us tonight. Jason, the drug maker didn't want the lawsuit to become public.
Well, that's right. The state filed the lawsuit against Purdue Pharma back in May, but just this week, the drug maker dropped its motion to keep the lawsuit sealed. So we now know several new details of how the state says Purdue Pharma tried to sell as many painkillers as possible. The 200-plus page lawsuit paints a picture of Purdue Pharma, the maker of the opioid OxyContin, saying the company made repeated calls to opioid prescribers, pressuring them to write prescriptions by saying OxyContin was less addictive than it actually was. The lawsuit says Purdue Pharma's sales reps called one prescriber 31 times, even after the provider's license was placed on restrictive probation because of his high prescribing of controlled substances. The lawsuit says Purdue continued to make sales calls in spite of credible reports of a knife fight outside a provider's office, a provider admitting he was addicted to heroin, a patient being coached in the waiting room, and choreographed urine screenings and pill counts. And then there's this. Handwritten notes from Purdue Pharma training materials that say never give someone more info than they need to act, and ABC, always be closing, a reference to the 1992 movie Glengarry Glen Ross about deceptive salesmen.
A, B, C. A, always, B, B, C, closing. Always be closing. Always be closing.
And the lawsuit includes this image on one page of a Purdue marketing employee's hiring guide, complete with the phrase, "We sell hope in a bottle." Purdue Pharma issued a statement saying in part that they too are concerned about the opioid crisis, but they said they are disappointed that Tennessee has decided to take this to court.